My name is Kath Jackson. I was the project director for the distribution masterplan study that we did for the Kenya Power and Lighting Company. In Kenya, only 25% of the population have access to electricity. The government of Kenya has a vision that by 2030 there should be universal access to electricity. This requires significant investment in transmission and in generation, but equally importantly in the distribution network. This project is a key stepping stone in justifying the investment that is required. That investment will bring social and economic benefits to the population of Kenya and will accelerate the development of the Kenyan economy. Our role in the project was to understand and collect information on the distribution network and on the requirements for the future network out until 2030. We then put together a master plan for what was required in terms of upgrading, extending and replacing that distribution network. The main digital legacy on this project is the distribution planning software tool that we procured for the client and that we used throughout the project. That contains the network data and the models for the future years. Distribution networks do evolve and change, and some of the assumptions that underlie the distribution network will change. So it's really important for the client to have a tool that's easy to update and use as the needs of the distribution system evolve. A key requirement of the project was to build capacity in the client's organisation and to train their engineers so that they could do distribution master plans in the future. This is vital in terms of being able to get the investment they need in the distribution network. So throughout the project we had some formal training, we also had on-the-job training, we had a number of workshops with very large numbers of the client engineers as well as with smaller numbers, so that by the end of the project they were able to use this distribution planning tool and understood the importance of the data that was used and the sorts of decisions that could be made using the output from the studies. One of the techniques we used on this project to present the results to the client, it involved using Google Earth. What we did is we took the output from the open source GIS software that we'd been using that showed what network reinforcements were needed, put that into Google Earth, and then made short videos showing each region of Kenya and what network reinforcements would be needed in that region. We then used it in a workshop with the client and the various stakeholders, which helped us explain better what was required and where it was needed, and helped them to visualise what was required. Using these sorts of distribution planning software tools really moves on the pace at which a company like Kenya Power and Lighting Company can develop their distribution network.